Thank you, Alexander Hamilton. Let's give it up for Alexander Hamilton. All right, everybody. Hi, my name is Dan Williams, and I am a candidate for the U.S. House of Representatives for Florida's District 11. How are we doing out there, I want to introduce myself because I want to tell you a little bit about me. My background is I'm a college professor, and I've been in higher education for about 20 years, and I currently teach computer programming. My background is in engineering, and I am a problem solver. Besides that, I am a concerned citizen, right? Now, one thing I didn't say is I'm not a career politician, and that is on purpose. I am just someone who has had enough. Who out there has had enough? Who has had enough of paying $4 a gallon of gasoline? Right? Who has had enough of being in debt from your student loans for 20-something years? And who has had enough of wars of choice? Same. I want a quick question for you guys. I want to know who is happy with our current political system. Anyone? I feel the exact same. And that's why I got off the couch and I threw my hat in the ring for the House of Representatives. Now, I've actually went around and I've been talking to some Democratic groups, and I asked the same question. How many people are happy with our current political system and our current political party? And not one person has raised their hand in that group, which is concerning to me, right? People should be excited for their political party, should be supportive and behind it. But I want you to think of why they wouldn't be, right? Do you feel represented by the House of Representatives right now? No. Right? Do you feel like your voice counts and is actually heard? No. Yeah, that is my problem too. But yet, we keep electing the same type of people to the House. That is the definition of insanity. It's doing something the same way every single time and expecting a different outcome. Can we change that? Yeah, I think we can. Now, when I first started this, I had an article written about me in the Vox Populi by Noreen, and the title was, "Is Dan Williams' Plan Just Weird Enough to Win?" And I loved it, because she said that I use the word weird more than anyone that she's ever heard, maybe with the exception of Mr. Tim Walz. And I think I'm in that company, I think I'm okay. But there's no other word right now that explains what's going on in America other than weird, right? What's going on? We are having pardons worth $2 billion, and they're paying for those pardons, right? Who's heard the story about the one woman that went and paid $1 million as a fundraiser, and within a week, her son got a pardon, right? It's pay to play, and that is not how America works. Now, what we're gonna do is I want to show of hands real quick. How many people think education is important to our future for this country? Look around, right? Everyone agrees to that. How about technology? Who thinks technology is going to be the future of our country? I would agree on both of those points. And think about it. Technology is going faster than ever, right? We have artificial intelligence. We have cryptocurrency and stablecoin. And we have digital privacy. Now, if you don't know what digital privacy is, have you ever been talking to your phone and then magically you get an ad for that same thing that you were just talking about? That is digital privacy. That is social media actually targeting you directly. And America is very far behind in our laws compared to Europe. And the main reason for that is we don't have enough people that understand tech up in the House of Representatives. All right? Now, out of the 435 members up there, does anybody want to guess how many people have a tech degree? It's close. It is 1% or 5 people. Out of those 5 people, 3 of them come from the military, and 2 of the other ones come from private equity. All right? Is that the people that you want regulating our AI? No, right? Think about it. How many people watched those TikTok hearings with those painful questions where they didn't understand what they were trying to regulate? Same thing, right? We're trying to have non-tech people try to make laws that make sense, and they're just failing horribly. All right? So what we need is we need more tech people in the House. Who agrees? But I want you to think about what makes a good representative. And I think it boils down to 3 things. I think it comes down to direct representation, instant accountability, and cooperation. All right? Now, the first one of those is direct democracy. Now, what is that, right? That is my main platform. And the idea is very simple. Basically, for every major law or bill we're going to try to pass up in DC, I'm going to make an educational video that helps explain that law. Exactly what happens if you vote yes. Exactly what happens if you vote no. Using only facts instead of any kind of political party messaging. Because I want people to truly understand the laws that we're trying to pass. You don't need these 1,000-page documents that the Congress people admit to not even reading before they sign. That has to stop. And with this, hopefully it will. Now, the second half of direct democracy is you guys, all right? For every major law, we're gonna put a district-wide vote, and everybody gets one secured vote. And my vote will always go with the majority, no matter what I believe personally. Because I'm trying to put the power back in the hands of the people where I think it belongs. What do you guys think? I know it's a radical concept, letting people actually work for you guys and listening to your opinions. I also believe that policies are better than parties, because I believe policies unite, where parties tend to divide. And I want people to start focusing on these policies. And for that, on my website, I actually made a thing called the Legislative Workshop, where you can give me your ideas for bills, and you can actually vote on bills that I'm proposing as well. Because I want your opinion before we ever get to DC. And I want to know what you guys care about. And if you guys are passionate about something, come up to me after the speech and let me know what it is. Because I want to hear directly from you guys. Last time I was up here, I had somebody come up and talk to me about the bear defenders. You guys know what those are? Yeah, good. So what it was is we needed more people to protect the bears from all the hunters. And so they talked to me about it. Luckily I knew a little bit about it, but what did I do? I did research, go figure, and then made a video about it because I want your ideas to get out there. And my whole campaign is not about my voice, it's about amplifying yours, which is probably the way it should be. All right, let's go for that second point, instant accountability. Well, instant accountability, I have to vote with the majority every single time. So what does that mean? That means normal corruption is not really going to be able to fall for that trap, for lack of a better word, right? Because lobbyists depend on convincing one person, and then they get the 800,000 of us to go along with it. This flips it on its ear. The lobbyists would have to convince all of you guys in order to get my one vote. You think they're going to be able to do that? I don't think so either. And I will not let it happen either. That brings us to our last one, which is the cooperation. I believe we need cooperation, not only in our party, but with our communities as well. All right? We need to stop the political infighting, because it helps no one. And that's across the board. Also, for cooperation, we need your help, you guys. All right? I want you to kind of look around, and everyone that's collecting candidate petition forms, raise them up and give them a little wave. Look around. All of these are candidates or helpers that need your guys' signature. In order to run for any kind of seat, we have to get candidates' petition forms. What that basically does is it's a permission slip to run. It is not a vote, it is free for you guys, but if we don't get enough, we have to pay the state $10,000, right? Probably money better spent other places. Now also, if you guys, there's going to be a lot of forms to sign, but if you guys want to, we actually set up a thing right over here with a QR code. And we have a printer, and I am actually a software designer, and so I made a whole thing called Fast Fill, where you can actually scan that QR code, type in your name and birthday on there, select your candidates, and we'll just print out the forms already completed. All you have to do is go over to the printer, sign and date it, and you're done. Because I'm trying to help all candidates rather than just myself. All right, my time is near and close, but are you guys ready to build something new? Yes! Can we actually have a government that works for us instead of billionaires? Yes! All right, let's take back our democracy. One vote, one voice, and one district at a time. Thank you guys so much, and let's make history together because the future of Congress starts here.